What is going on, guys? I am SceptileMC, George, the coach of your San Francisco Arcaniners, here to bring you my GBA Season 7 Week 1 match against the Team Builder, sorry about that, against the Milwaukee Sawsbucks, Steve, or Magnitude, or Battler X, or I don't even know what he goes by anymore. But yeah, guys, I'm just going to get right on into it. So, his team is the Cresselia, the Kartana, the Mudsdale, the Como-O, the Lycanroc, the Zoroark, the Circuitry, the Mimikyu, Quagsire, Kofag, and the Starmie. So, immediately, his biggest threat to my team is probably Circuitry, I'd say. If the Como-O can get up a Dragon Dance or two, preferably on his side two, then that could also pose a problem to me as well. Other than that, maybe Mimikyu. He sort of has a little bit of a not very synergized team, and only one Stealth Rocker in the form of Lycanroc. So we got that, and then Cress. I don't think it'll pose too much of a problem against me. I do have Taunt on. Well, I'll go over the team and I'll explain why. But so basically, Kartana could be a threat. The Circuitry could be a threat, and the Mimikyu, in my opinion. Como, I have checks to it, so yep. But just to start off my team, I decided I would go with Avocado Doge, which is the best nickname I have ever heard for Superior. Avocado Doge. It's a standard contrary spread, of course. Why would I use my Superior? With max speed and max HP. With the sub, the Leaf Storm, the Dragon Pulse, and the HP Fire. I have HP Fire for Kartana, that's really it. And then I got the Leaf Storm and the Dragon Pulse for pretty much everything else on his team. The reason I have max HP over max special attack is because I don't really need the special attack in order to get my Leaf Storms off. If I get my Leaf Storm off in the late game, and he doesn't have the Kartana left, and he doesn't have the Starmie left, which are the only things that outspeed me, pretty much win. He also can't even break my substitute with a Psyshock on Cress. If he does have Psyshock, he also can't break it with a Moonblast, I believe. But if he does in fact have the Ice Beam, then, which I do think he'll run Ice Beam, it'll make sense. If he has Ice Beam and Psyshock, that'll make sense. I don't think he'll have the Moonblast. I think he'll have Ice Beam. So I don't know, like in that situation, what I'd do. But if he has Psyshock and only Psyshock, and he's like a Calm Mind variant, and he only has the Psyshock, then I can beat that 1v1 with my lovely Superior that just sweeps through his entire team. Next up, I got Captain. I got the physically defensive, very speedy Mew here. Now, I got the Roost, I got the Will-O-Wisp, the Super Fang, and the Taunt. So basically, just with this set, it's mainly support. I'm gonna burn his entire team if I can. Gonna go for Super Fangs against the things like the Cress and the, well, Cress mainly. I just don't like Cress at all. I could do that versus the Circuitry as well, because I was thinking of knockoff, but if he has the Z item on the Circuitry, it's not going to do much to him. As well as against the Como, I can go for a Super Fang. I can keep wearing him down with Taunt and the Will-O-Wisp and the Super Fang, so pretty much why I ran that. This thing, it doesn't die against his team. It'll be very hard for him to take this down. The only thing that honestly does a lot of damage to it is a Zoroark. Even a Life Orb on the Starmie and a Hydro Pump does only about half, and I can roost those off, as well as just wait for him to miss. So, that is that. And then I guess the Kofag could also kind of pose a problem, but I have checks to Kofag. Next up, I got Samahata, the Garchomp right here, the Choice Scarf Garchomp. The reason I have Scarf is that it is my counter to Z Hypnosis on the Circuitry, as well as the Dragon Dance on the Como-O. I also outspeed the Lycanroc with this and the Zoroark, so overall that's just pretty good in my opinion. I don't even have to run the Jolly Nature, because with only 228 investment in my speed, I actually outspeed the Como and the Circuitry after +1. So I can use those EVs and just put the rest into HP and run an Adamant Nature, so I can just outrage everything as soon as the Mimikyu goes down. I also have Toxic, so that early game, if he wants to switch into Cress against me, I can just go for Toxic against it and then get a lot of damage off just with that. So pretty self-explanatory as well right there. Of course, I got the rough skin, because if he hits me with something, I'm going to want to rough skin it. Next up, I got Zero, the Togekiss right here. I got Air Slash, Heal Bell, the Defog, and the Roost. Max HP, max special defense. This is just especially elite defensive wall against Zoroark, the Cofagrigus, the Starmie. It also just has it has the Defog, as well as if I get T-waved by Cress or burned by the Cofag, I can Heal Bell it off. Mainly it's just here for support. Yeah, let's keep moving on. I'll also Air Slash with the Serene Grace, pretty self-explanatory. I can win the game with that if it comes down to it. Next up, we got Light Doge over here. I can see I like my Doges. I got Assault Vest on the Raikou with the Volt Switch, the T-Bolt, the HP Grass, and the Shadow Ball. Pretty self-explanatory. I have enough speed to outspeed Lycanroc. I can Shadow Ball the Cress. I can Shadow Ball Kartana. I can HP Grass the Mudsdale. Shadow Ball the Como if it's not bulletproof. Lycanroc dies to paper. Zoroark dies to paper. Xurkitree. I can take hits from Xurkitree. Kind of. Not really. Kind of. Do some damage backs. The Mimikyu. I can take that out if the disguise is broken. I have HP Grass for for Quagsire. For Cofag, I have Shadow Ball, and for Starmie, well, we're going to take a hit from Starmie and just OHKO it with either T-Bolt or Volt Switch. This Pokemon's just going to really Volt Switch around until I can finally get in my Serperior and sweep with that. Or I can Volt Switch into my next Pokemon, which is my Firebug. Once again, my nickname's on point. With this is the Volcarona. Max Special Attack, Max Speed. I don't need a Timid Nature because I outspeed the Como with just Max Speed. Literally the max of the max speed. Without a Timid Nature, I can outspeed anything with pretty much. So got the Modest, and aside from the Life Orb on this, got the Fire Blast, the Bug Buzz, the Giga Drain, and the Psychic. He really doesn't have a switch into this. Everything dies. Everything on his team dies to this Pokemon. I have the Giga Drain for the Quagsire. If he brings Quagsire, and the Mudsdale as well if he brings that, which I don't think he'll bring either of those Pokemon. The Fire Blast literally hits every single Pokemon for at least like half. Except for Cress, that I Bug Buzz and I kill it. The Cofag can't take 2 Fire Blasts. Xurkitree can't take 8 Fire Blasts. The Zoroark, I don't see it coming. Maybe it will. Possibly, I guess, with Sludge Bomb and the Dark Pulse. Maybe, I don't know. The Psychic's for the Como, because after the Como comes in, if it takes a Fire Blast, then it dies to a Psychic right away. And if he's not like an Assault Vest set or specially defensive, it's just, this Pokemon will just destroy this guy. So, yeah, guys, that's pretty much going to be it for the team builder. I kind of wanted to keep it shorter than usually I do, I guess, because I usually have like 12 to 15 minute team builders. It's very long to just explain a team. But, yeah, guys, that's going to be it for the video. If you did enjoy, I'd really appreciate if you comment, like, rate, or subscribe. I'm SceptileMC or George, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace!